Welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. I thought today I'd go through some of the games that I played this year as a little ranked list. Normally I play a lot of video games, it's one of my main hobbies, but I'm the kind of person who picks like a game and like hyper fixates on it and plays it for hundreds of hours, and then that's like all I played for the last 6 months. So this year I've actually jumped between quite a few different games. So I've actually got a decent number of games to go through for once, so haha. And I'm being really specific on this. This is PC games that I played. So I won't be including Animal Crossing or anything that I played on the PlayStation, just this is from my Steam library basically, what I played. I do also have a gaming channel, Chilled Out Games, and I'm probably going to be doing a similar sort of video there next week, but I think I'm going to pick like top games from different sort of categories, give them little awards rather than just ranking them. So it'll be a little bit different. If you aren't watching Chilled Out Games, like as a card, go hop over there. But for now, my top 10 games of 2020. Another little caveat, these are games that I played this year, may not have been released this year, but they were new to me. The first one I have is Townscaper, which did come out this year, and a lot of people may not call it a game as such because it's just a sort of sandbox construction sort of design sort of thing. But this is like one of the most perfect Zen sort of games that I've played. You can spend hours building these complex, sprawling seaside towns, and it's being constantly updated with new features. There's now little floating sections that you can make, which I spent quite a while on a stream a little while ago trying to find the little looped sections on the grid which allow you to do it. And it's therapeutic, and it's just pretty, and it's a good game. So number 9, Human Fall Flat, which is a game that's been around for a little while, but I only got it this year, a couple of months back, and me and Chris have been playing it together on our own computers. Playing it in co-op mode, and it's a fun game to play with your friends. It's one of those ones where it's a bit awkward to control. You're sort of like lifting your arms up and trying to grab things and like flailing all over the place, and some of the puzzles can get a little bit frustrating when the physics is just not quite letting you do what you need to do. But it was really good fun. We still haven't finished all of the stages that are in that, so that is something that we're going to be playing together ongoing. And for a little game with your friends, I'm not quite sure how many people you can have in one go, but I think you can have more than 2 people. I've just only played it 2-player, but it's a good time, would recommend. Number 8, so my thing on my gaming channel, Chilled Out Games, is quite self-explanatory from the title. This game will not be over on that channel. It is 7 Days to Die, which is a zombie post-apocalypse survival game, and I find it terrifying. I scream a lot. I get spooked easily, I get stressed out, but again, Chris and I have been playing it together, which has made it an awful lot of fun. We haven't played in a while because I kept getting too like shaky and anxious from playing it, which isn't ideal, but I've got great memories from playing it, and now that I have more of an idea of what I'm doing, it's a bit less manic, I feel a bit less terrified, but they have like updated it a little bit recently so that the graphics have been improved, and now some of the zombies are a lot more horrifying, and that doesn't help. I have enjoyed it, I promise. It's just, I can't play for more than maybe an hour a time, because, oh boy. Number 7, complete change of tone, Jackbox Games. So this has been a year when playing games over the internet has been very important, and Jackbox Games, fairly straightforward to play with friends. You just need to have a phone to interact with it, and we'll just use a screen sharing thing on one of the various video calls that's available to us these days. And there you go, we're playing a game as if we're all sat around the telly together. I've got the Jackbox second one, Party Pack 2, and just Drawful on its own, so those are the ones that I've been playing the most. But maybe I will invest in one of the new ones. I think 7 or 8 has just come out, so there's a lot of versions of it. So number 6, one of the big fads of the year, Fall Guys. I got very, very into this just towards the end of the initial hype, so it was starting to die down at that point. I'm not good, I've never won, and I've not won a single crown. I've got close so many times. It's so annoying. I have enjoyed it. I haven't played it in a little while. I know they've added in some new games, like some Christmassy winter themed ones, so I do need to get back on it. Maybe I'll play it on the Chilled Out Games Twitch at some point. But yeah, I really got obsessed with this for a couple of weeks and then just drifted away from it as I regularly do with games. So maybe I'll come back to it, play some of the new ones. Number 5 is Firewatch, which is a game I review for Chilled Out Games. And I know it came out a couple of years ago now, but it's such a good game. So good. It's got the bonus of exploring out in nature, which is something I can't do at the moment very easily. So I can just live vicariously through my character just in the Americans, in the Rockies that it's set? I can't remember exactly. But nice scenery, nice exploring, bit of a cool story mystery going on. It's a well-made game. It looks good. It's fun to play. Would recommend. And number 4, I've got Parkasaurus, which, oh my goodness, Parkasaurus. Please play Parkasaurus. It's an indie game. It's a small dev team. And even if you just stick it on your wish list on Steam, that helps them. Like, the statistics on that is very good. So, like, you know, do that if you can. It's a park management sim, but it's dinosaurs and you can make them wear hats. Go play it. It's so good. I reviewed this on Chilled Out Games as well, and that's essentially my review. It's just like, look at the hats. It's cute. It's a bit silly. It's a good game. Good times. And it's a pretty decent park sim as well. Like, you've got a reasonable level of control. There's plenty of things to unlock. There's the campaign mode is not the greatest I've ever played, but like better than quite a lot of park sims. Like, there's a decent set of different scenarios to play through. So, right, top 3 now. It's getting serious. So number 3, I've got Frostpunk, which is another game which definitely wouldn't review on Chilled Out Games because it's a bit intense. But it's a sort of survival management, town building sort of game in a Victorian steampunk setting when the world has gone into an ice age and you need to survive the oncoming intensely cold storm where everything goes down to like minus 120 degrees, I think, at the peak of it. And yeah, you've got to get your resources, you've got to rescue survivors, you've got to just manage everything, not like your generator that's keeping the heat in your little civilization explode. And it's really good, and it's got a load of really good scenarios for the main story, a couple of shorter scenarios, and then there's a free play with a load of different maps that you can choose from. Really good one that I also got super duper obsessed with for a couple of weeks and then just dropped. But although I say it's definitely not a Chilled Out Game review, I might play a bit of it on the Chilled Out Game Twitch at some point because I haven't perfectly completed a couple of the scenarios. A few of them, there's like, if you make certain choices and manage to achieve things, there's like the good ending sort of, and then there's the like, you did it, but at what cost sort of endings. So a couple of those I want to replay so I can get the perfect ending for them. And coming in at number 2, we have Civilization 6. So I've played the Civilization games since Civ 4. I have a couple of I think about 300 hours in Civ 5. And Civ 6, I only got it sort of in the summer, and I'm already getting kind of close up on Civ 5 for the number of hours played. I've been playing that with Chris, but also our friend Bryn. Hi Bryn, how you doing? Who we never get to see because he's in Glasgow, and obviously at the moment we can't travel, and we keep saying for the last couple of years we've been like, yeah, we'll come to Glasgow, and it's not happened. I'm sorry, Bryn, we'll not be putting this off. As soon as we're allowed to travel, we'll actually come and see you and Joe. But yeah, we've been playing together, and some of the best like memories I have from this year are us playing and just chatting and hanging out whilst kicking all the other civilizations' butts. I don't think it's as good as a game when you play it in single player because the AI isn't fantastic. But if you've got some friends who have it, it's a really good game to play together because you can play against each other or in teams and build up your civilizations and crush everyone with your military or your overpowered religion or whatever you want to do. So before we get to number 1, I'm just going to go through a few quick honourable mentions, ones that just didn't quite make the list. Maybe they weren't quite number 10 material, or perhaps I just haven't finished them yet. So, honourable mentions. Roki, The Novelist, What Remains of Edith Finch, Assemble with Care, Rebuild 3, Gangs of Deadsville. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. My favourite game of the year, the one that has got me through with laughs and stress and so much murdering. It is Among Us. Feels a little bit like, well, obviously this year, Among Us, like everyone was playing Among Us, but I've been playing a lot with friends from work and it's been really good fun. Especially now that we're, in lockdown again, so it's a way for us to socialise with each other. and, you know, murdering co-workers. Good times. Honestly, Among Us had such a good year. It's a game that came out a couple of years back, and I wasn't familiar with it until this year, but it's exactly the sort of way of interacting with friends in a stupid scenario that I think we all needed. It's good fun. I enjoy it, and I hope that I'll be continuing to play it for a little while anyway. I believe they're putting out a new map soon, so exciting times. So that was my favourite games of the year. Let me know what games you've been playing, because I would definitely be interested. I'm always up for recommendations, especially for things to cover on Chilled Out Games. So hit me up with your top games of the year, and I will see you tomorrow.